Gottlieb's tastes good like a beer should.
You said it. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Try a frosty cold glass of Bavarian right away.
That you say? No Boulder Dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentlemen. And now, with a higher BAC than your ABV, Greg, Scott, and Dan.
Oh, yes. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining. Thanks for, most importantly, drinking along. Yes. We are the Unfiltered Gentlemen. I am Greg. That is Scott.
Present.
And that is Dan.
Present.
Present. It's that Key and Peele skit.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Ron. Present.
Present.
Sorry. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Have so much to get to today. We have a listener email.
Oh, shit.
This is always nice. Yes. Got some good crotch talk to discuss, some sports news, of course, some booze news, and many other things to get to. But in the meantime, shout out to Mexico City.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mexico City is one of our biggest fans, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they topped the listening charts last week, which is pretty badass. So,
well, then gracious to them.
Exactly. Open up another cervezas.
Yes, indeed.
I shouldn't have mentioned on the that wasn't not the last one, but the other episode, I don't know Spanish, because now they'll probably just unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah, never mind. Fuck him.
I know some.
Yeah.
Or maybe they start listening just to make fun of you.
Yeah, probably. I don't.
Wow.
That's the listening
Yeah.
email. It's in Spanish.
Yeah. This one's for Dan. Hola, Dan.
No.
Me llamo Jorge.
Chúpame.
Hola, el stupido.
Te gusto mi culo.
No el English, el Spanisho.
Whoa.
Oh.
Pretty good, huh?
I don't know what you said.
I'm by.
How about
Lingual.
Payaso de culo.
Yeah.
Something about your asshole?
What?
Ass clown.
Oh.
That's a new one for you guys.
I like that.
We're
Wow.
gonna use that down there.
And I thought you didn't speak Spanish.
Yeah, right?
Only the important words.
That's right.
Yeah, little did we know. He's a Spanish speaker. So shout out to Mexico City. Thank you for listening. Burp Word of the Week, those of you new to the show, if you don't know what that is, Scott tends to throw up on the microphone anytime he burps. So we decided if he says words, it doesn't sound quite as disturbing. And so if you burp while on the show, it must be an attempt to this burp word. And this week's burp word is Dortmunder.
Whoa.
Dortmunder.
Is that Spanish?
Sure.
Okay.
Guten Tag. It's German. We'll get to that in just a couple of seconds. Also, don't forget to hashtag show us your beers and to tag us in all your beer pictures.
Yes.
And if you got a great can art, hashtag cans for cans.
Yeah.
We like great cans. And don't forget to rate and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Keeps us moving up in the rankings. I was looking at the rankings. We're ranked very, the category we're in is like the food category because we talk about beer.
Oh, okay.
Our ranking in the Armenian food Apple Podcast charts, we're like number 2 in Armenia.
Wow.
Or something.
We're number 2.
Yeah, something insanely high.
Oh,
in Armenia.
man.
Yeah, who would have thunk it?
You should go down like Little Armenia in like
Yeah.
in the LA area.
See if we're heroes or
Yeah,
something.
no kidding.
I was quite surprised. And then we're like number 200 something in the Korean food charts.
Oh,
For
okay.
Apple Podcasts.
Nice.
So moving our way up in Korea.
Yes, we are.
As well. So
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're
Go to
international.
downtown LA and be popular, I guess.
Yeah, I know. We're an international flavor over
Yes.
here, so you can't deny that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, speaking of German and Dortmunder, let's get to some drinking.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for Beer of the Week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
Scott brought this one in, and I could just imagine your thought process. You're like, I want a GABF gold winner to drink tonight.
You read my mind.
So you picked this one up.
You read my mind.
Yeah. We are drinking Barley Forge's Grandpa Tractor, which is a Dortmunder-style export lager. This just won a gold medal at GABF this year.
Yeah.
From the brewery, first of all, 5%, 35 IBUs, 3.82 on Beer Advocate, and a 3.42 on Untapped. The brewery says 2018 Great American Beer Festival gold medal winning Grandpa Tractor is Barley Forge's Dortmunder export, an almost forgotten style. This full-bodied, moderately hopped German lager was the favorite drink of coal miners and heavy industry workers of the first half of the 20th century in Germany. Hoppier than a Helles and less hoppy than a Pils, our Dortmunder strikes a balance between the two with a hefty mouthfeel derived from Pilsen malt and a higher alcohol content, which is around 5%. This refreshing beer goes well at the end of a hard work day and pairs nicely with grilled steak, any type of pork dish, and any sort of Asian or Hispanic cuisine.
Pretty much anything.
Yeah. This goes well with food.
Yeah.
Dedicated to Jerry, the father of Barley Forge's co-founder and developer, builder, and jack of all trades. At the wheel of his trusty Ford D70, he's referred to as Grandpa Tractor by our family. So that's where the name comes from.
Okay.
So, yeah, 5%. What do you guys think of this one? This, to me, is quite the easy drinker.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lager. I don't think we've really had one of those. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been a minute.
Yeah, so I almost forgot that. Like, I don't know. It's funny. Like, I kind of like. I feel like I'll do like IPAs, and then all of a sudden I'll be floating around to like lagers or like, doing others like double IPAs and
Getting
all this.
crazy on us.
Yeah, and I've been really feeling double IPAs right now. But I don't know. I'm starting the. It's been a while since I've been on a lager kick, and I don't know. It kind of reminded me that these are really really good beers too.
Yeah, it's got that just classical lager taste. It goes down easy. It's super light in color and very easy to see through.
Yes,
it's got that mouthfeel of a lager, very classic.
Super light.
Yeah,
in color. You're right.
I would pair it with any food.
Yeah, I know, right?
All of them.
Tacos.
Yeah, Scott not as impressed though. I think
It's all right. I wasn't kind of what I was thinking, but I mean, it's all right.
What did you think when you were picking this bad boy up? Besides, wow, it's a gold medal winning.
It said
beer.
Grandpa and Tractor, so those two words right there.
Yeah.
I just jumped off my tractor and was on my way in and
grabbed one.
Yeah, I mean I guess like you probably said, it's like a good Sunday beer if you're watching NFL and you want to drink all day.
Yeah. Drink about 12 of these bad boys.
Oh yeah. And you still feel good to go.
Yep.
Have you guys ever heard of a Dortmunder before?
No.
I had to look it up myself. Here's the definition. Sometimes referred to as a Dortmunder export, the European-style export has the malt-forward flavor and sweetness of a German-style Helles, but the bitter base of a German-style Pilsner. The lager is all about balance with medium hop character and firm but low malt sweetness. Look for toasted malt flavors and spicy floral hop aromas. I'd say that definition's pretty dead on with this one. The only thing I don't find it to be very hoppy.
No.
Not
even in the slightest. I figured this would be have a little hint of hop to it because 35 IBUs in a lager, I feel like you'd be able to pick out pretty easy.
Right, and I kind of feel like that too. I think maybe that's when Scott saw the award and everything, and we've been drinking very hoppy, bold flavored beers, and he maybe was like, hey, that's what I'm expecting here, and you pop one open, and it's real. It's a lager, you know what I mean? And
lager,
and to me, I kind of got to be in the mood sometimes to drink one. Like maybe like I'll have one, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. I need a little more flavor in my life right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, on those hot days where like you've been, out doing yard work all day or something, sometimes these are great. Like you pound 3 and you're like, oh shit, I'm halfway through my 6-pack already?
Exactly.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, but no, I'd definitely have this on a hot day. You're right. If I'm looking for something with, some good flavor to it or something, this is probably not where I'd be going.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely a good hot day, working in the yard, maybe out on the boat kind of beer.
Yes.
Which is great as we head into October.
I know, right?
It's still hot as balls out here. Come on.
It is. Hey, we're in California.
Yeah, it never gets cold. Cold to us is 72.
Never rains in Southern California.
Oh, God. It rained last week. That was so weird.
That's right.
Like
out of
Friday
nowhere.
night or whatever it was. Yeah. RKO out of nowhere. It was super weird. I was like, I guess I should go cover my barbecue now.
Wow.
And, my car's getting wet.
Wow, water falling from the sky.
Yeah, what is this? Yeah. I looked up and started drowning. It was so weird. So
I just jumped in my car and started driving crazy.
You do that when it's dry.
That's true.
Yeah, that had nothing to do.
Crazier.
Yes. So, all right. Well, that's Barley Forge's Grandpa Tractor. We've got a boozing on a budget to get to after this beer.
Cool.
After this beer, we should have a beer sometime.
Yeah, I think we will. In the meantime, let's get some crotch talk.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
No grievances here. I want to mention that the lady friend and I were out at Enegren's Oktoberfest, repping both the Unfiltered Gentlemen as well as Beer Harmony. And we had a little booth out there. Thanks to everyone that came out and saw us. We had a little photo booth, and we had a way for you to record your favorite drunk story. And in return, we were giving out pretzel necklaces. So we got some good drunk stories and a couple of good people that didn't want to share their drunk story. We allowed them to record some German phrases. So as the shows go on, we'll start trickling those into some upcoming episodes and get some drunk stories and German phrases. So that'll be fun. So shout out to Enegren for having us. That was a blast. And shout out to everybody who came out and saw us and who bought some shirts. And it was funny. This was a all ages event. Obviously, kids can't drink, but they could get in. And we had a mini bottle cap. It looks like a mini cornhole, but it's for bottle caps. And it's like a mix between cornhole and quarters. And kids kept coming up and playing it. And this one kid who was like 9 came up and was just fucking nailing it. Like he was like the LeBron of this game. Really? He was great. He was getting like at one after another, just right in the hole. And I looked at his dad. I was like, man, he's really good at this. He goes, yeah, great. My 9-year-old is great at quarters.
It's like Barry from Beer Fest.
Yeah, exactly. It was nuts. This kid was on fire. So, but yeah, we had a lot of fun. And listener Mike was out there as per usual, hanging out with us, and he took pictures of me and posted on his Instagram. So go follow him and find a picture of me and Lederhosen. I'll have to repost that. So, also that was last weekend, and most recent weekend, I was over at 14 Cannons anniversary party. So happy 1-year anniversary to 14 Cannons. Wow. Yeah, I got to talk to Nick a little bit as we had him on batch 85, I think it was. If you haven't heard that, go listen to Nick. He's super, super beer nerd. He's won all kinds of medals with Fig Mountain and now, more importantly, 14 Cannons. So they had quite the setup. They don't fuck around at 14 Cannons. Like, it's always decorated well, and you know, they go to the 9. So a lot of fun. Couple of new beer releases for them. They had a double IPA, which was really good. I think that was called like Batch 100, and then a new IPA that was really good. The new IPA was my favorite jam of the day. So for those of you who have not had 14 Cannons, go check them out. Westlake Village, California, part of the Bermuda Triangle. So, all right. Is everybody feeling good? Do we have any grievances, or are we all in good moods today?
Yeah, I will say that I think in the brewery, and it's interesting. I know kids aren't allowed in bars or anything like that.
Sure.
But it seems like they're very welcome at breweries for whatever reason.
Yeah. Didn't you say you saw like a kid's birthday party at a brewery or something?
Did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It works out well for me because, like, basically wherever kids are allowed, I can bring my dog, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
So we always bring the dogs to the breweries, which is helpful. We don't have to leave them at home the whole time.
Right.
But it is kind of weird.
Right. Because I kind of feel like, as a kid, like, what are you supposed to do there? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, some breweries are better than others. Like 14 Cannons has skee ball.
Right.
So you can play some skee ball or something. Mm-hmm. And a lot of breweries will have like board games on hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, what are you supposed to do?
Right.
there?
And I know Institution now has their, they have like a little game area.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
What I like about that, though, is it's 21 and over to get in.
To the brewery or to the game area?
To the game area.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Institution, for those who don't know, in Camarillo, California, Ventura County. Yeah, I haven't been there in a minute, so I didn't know that. I didn't know they had a game area.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know you had to be 21 to get in.
It's pretty like they have what's that game? It's like, I guess, shuffleboard or something like that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? You're standing playing shuffleboard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with like the little sticks where you push it.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, it's like it's almost like air hockey, but like a really long.
Table. On the table.
Yeah,
on the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about shuffleboard that like the old people.
No, not that one. Not that one. What is
relate.
that game? Do you guys know what that game is called?
I think it's called shuffleboard.
Is it
right?
called shuffleboard?
So,
I don't know. I thought so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, they have that.
I'm sure somebody on Twitter will correct us.
Right. I'm sure. They have darts, and then they have a Pop-A-Shot with basketball.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, I mean, I really appreciate it, actually, that it's 21 and over there, and that way, I don't have to wait for my turn from some kid or whatever.
Yeah, no kidding.
And actually, they shouldn't be playing darts anyways either. You know what I mean? Like,
nothing more annoying than some drunk kid playing darts.
So true.
Oh,
but I kind of feel like, shouldn't, like, Dave and Buster's be like that, too? Like,
would be nice, right?
Right? I don't know.
Because it is like an adult playground at Dave and Buster's.
It's supposed to be, at least. Like, you're supposed to be out of work or whatever.
It's
like,
weird when you want to play a game, you got to wait for some 8-year-old to finish playing.
I know.
It's like, what does this say about me?
Exactly. It's like you're supposed to go there and everyone's cool with it or whatever. You know what I mean? You get drunk and just play some games.
You just walk up to the kid.
I'll show you how a man drinks beer.
That was perfect.
I just looked it up. Shuffleboard. That's
it is called
yes.
shuffleboard. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Google. Mm-hmm. That reminds me of something at Oktoberfest at Enegren, which we had a blast at. Next to our booth was the official cornhole area, which was great because people would come over and talk to us while they were playing. It was a lot of fun. one guy and kid was probably like 13-ish, and the guy was, older. And they decided that they needed to play fucking regulation cornhole.
All right.
And this is a very crowded area. This is part of where you walk through. You get in the entrance, you walk through the marketplace where we are, and then on to the beer and everything. So this guy scoots it into the walkway, and also right in front of our Unfiltered Gentlemen tent. And he looks over at me, and I was like, I just kind of give him that look like, what are you doing? And he kind of scoots out a little bit, goes, are we cool here? I was like, well, you're kind of in the way. And I said, most importantly, I'm pretty sure they don't want it in the main walkway. A lot of people are coming in and out, and this is like the main way to do it, because they weren't allowing people to enter into the brewery.
Right.
I don't think he's cool anywhere.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
No, he's definitely not.
Yeah.
And so I just said, like, I don't think they want people going, through the main walkway. He's like, well, I was trying to be mindful of your tent. And I was like, yeah. God. All right. And so the lady friend was like, yeah, they're just trying to keep it clear. And he's like, well, we're just trying to play regulation.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I got to cut you off. Don't say, are we cool? And then when somebody actually has a problem with it, then you have a fucking problem with it. You don't fucking ask. Just be a fucking asshole and be in the fucking way of everybody. Don't act like you're being polite if you're going to be a dick.
If you have to ask if we're cool, usually means we're not.
You're not.
Exactly. Not only are you not cool, but you're also a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. So the lady friend was like, yeah, they're just trying to keep it clear. It's like, well, we're just trying to have fun here. I was like, yeah, I think everyone's trying to have fun. That's why they had it off to the side so people could walk through and not get nailed with beanbags.
Because you're the only ones here, so please have fun.
And he's like, well, we just want to play regulation.
Go home and play cornball.
You want to play fuck off.
I know.
He was such a douche. And finally, I just said, hey, man, I wasn't trying to cause some huge deal. I just didn't want you nailing people in the face with beanbags. Mm-hmm. I don't think the owners would appreciate that. And he goes, well, I know them. Okay. I said, yep, me too. I just walked away. I was like, this is either going to end in a fight or something worse. So I just like, yep, me too. And walked away from him. I was like, fuck you. Just hit people in the face then.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
I know.
So, and then as soon as that ended, like he kind of looked around, moved the cornhole board back to where it was, and then walked away. It's like, if it can't be regulation, I'm not going to play.
Oh my God.
Bro. So, and then like an hour later, him and the same kid came back and started playing. And then they started playing so long, like other people were lined up, and they'd finish a game and just keep going. It wouldn't like give the board.
Oh,
up.
what a bunch of assholes!
Dicks.
The best thing that happened is when they did step away for 5 minutes. There was no line. Some little kid walked up and went to throw the beanbag and accidentally just threw it right over the fence. So they came back a few minutes later to take back their boards, and they're like, well, looking around like where to go. And then they finally saw it behind the fence, and they actually went into the brewery like, we need more beanbags.
Oh,
and they brought out, because it's got to be regulation. You can't play with 3. You got to play with 4.
Oh my God,
it was hilarious. We were just laughing at
that's
them the whole
ridiculous.
time. Yeah, it's like, hey man, we're all just here to have a good time. No one wants to get nailed in the face with the bean bag thing. So, anyways,
I don't know, and that's kind of been my experience too, where there's been like kids playing cornhole, and like I've been around it, and there's bean bags being wielded everywhere. All of a sudden, it's becoming like a danger.
Right?
You know what I mean?
All of a sudden, it's an officer-involved shooting.
Yeah, either
bean bags flying.
Either me or my beer is going to get hit by a beanbag. You know? So I don't know.
One of those is much more important than the other.
Right.
That being the beer.
I understand like breweries want to stay, friendly, and that's friendly to everybody. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I think beer and adults like kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And maybe kids shouldn't be around there.
And hey, if breweries are nice enough to put some games out, like keep them fun. No one's playing regulation anything at a brewery.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Exactly.
This isn't a tournament. There's no money on the line.
Right.
This is just a thing to keep you occupied between beers.
Yeah.
So, never mind. It bugged me. And then later on, this is great. They finally let somebody else play with them, and this super hammered girl from the other way just did that like underarm softball pitch, and just fucking beamed it way past the cornhole onto our table, and like it knocked one of our picture frames over that was holding up a sign.
Oh my God.
And later he comes over, he was like, that wasn't me, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we saw her. Like, you're fine.
What a dick.
Yeah. It was weird. It's like, what? First of all, I should have said, like, I saw you do it, motherfucker. Like,
that would have been a fight right there.
That would have, I know. I watched you.
And he seems like the type of adult that would fight in front of his child.
Probably. I don't know if it was his child or not. The dude was all of like 5'3". I wasn't too worried about it.
Then he would be down.
Yeah,
that's even more annoying.
Yeah. So
he's got a Napoleon complex.
Yeah, it was just so weird. It's like, hey man, we're all just here for a good time. Mm-hmm. Like, keep it a good time.
Yeah.
We don't need to have regulation cornhole.
Correct.
I digress. Old timey word of the week: passion pit.
Oh, wow.
Passion Pit. It's a drive-in, I guess, back in the day.
Wow. Not even close to what I was thinking.
Yeah, back when they had drive-in theaters, they called it the Passion Pit because the youngsters would go, like, make out and stuff.
That's right.
Damn youngsters.
I know, fucking kids.
Kids these days.
Yeah.
Just go watch a movie now. I mean...
Yeah. It's too expensive to make out during a movie now.
Yeah.
Like, I remember in high school, you go make out in the movie theater, and now it's like, fuck, $20 for a movie ticket? No, we'll make out afterwards.
Yeah.
Plus, the budgets are like so much more for these movies, and it's a lot of production quality goes into it.
That
now.
is true.
Not a bunch of shit ass movies.
That is accurate.
Yeah.
So,
For that new Halloween.
Just get an
movie.
Uber and make out in the back seat.
There you go.
Right on.
Yeah. So there's that for you. Let's class things up a little bit over here.
No one could blame you for bed swerving. It's time for Beer Babe of the Week.
It is indeed. Our Beer Babe's name is Taylor, and you can follow Taylor on the Instagrams at My Lovely Lady Hops.
Oh, man.
Good news for Scott. No spaces, no dots, no
I'm
dashes.
already following.
Yeah, all one word. My Lovely Lady Hops.
All I got to do now is sign up for Instagram.
She's drinking a Moonlight Desire. I don't know what that is. Interesting. So make sure you go follow her at My Lovely Lady Hops on the Instagrams.
Lots of puns and jokes on
Yes.
with hops.
Yeah, there is a lot of... it works out well.
It does.
It does. It's very universal and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into some sports news.
And now, the sports, brought to you by cleaninguptheglass.com.
Whether it's the Baltimore Chop or the 1-2 punch, it's time for sports.
It is indeed. Any UFC watchers in here?
Somewhat. I
Yeah.
didn't see that
Not
McGregor
really.
fight, but
Okay. I used to watch it all the time, and I just kind of fell away from it.
Me too.
Same here.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's not like it changed.
it seems like it's bigger than ever too now. But I feel like you said, yourself and me,
Yeah.
we haven't stopped watching for one.
Yeah, it's weird. So anyways, Derrick Lewis fought at UFC 229, and he had quite the win. And after the fight was over, he took off his pants. Luckily, he had like his spandex on underneath. But well, here's the audio of it. Of course, they went up and asked him about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 49 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout, Derrick the Black Beast Lewis.
I'm here with the winner, Derrick Lewis. Derrick, why'd you take your pants off?
My balls was hot.
I understand. Listen, man, what you just did was absolutely phenomenal.
just keeps going, too.
That was an incredible comeback victory, and it shows one of the reasons why people love to watch you fight, that you can put it all to bed with one shot.
I told them boys, I got number heart. You know, they keep underestimating me. I ain't all that technical and all that, but I'm getting there.
No one will question your heart, sir, after this. This is a come-from-behind knockout, the likes that we haven't seen in a long time. And you were looking for that big haymaker all night. You found it in the last minute of the fight.
I forgot a few hours before the fight, Donald Trump called me and told me I got knocked this Russian out instead of making him look bad on the news. You know, him and Putin. They talking about USA in this whole.
Listen, Derrick, you came into this fight the number 2 contender with that
Rogan's
knockout.
like, what do I
You're
do with this?
absolutely one of the top guys in line for a shot at the title next. So tell us what you think about that.
I need to sit my black ass down and do some more cardio. What you talking about right now? I ain't trying to fight for no title right now. I'm no gas tank like that.
Listen, Derrick, you're one of the most entertaining guys in the sport. Congratulations on an amazing victory, and thank you very much for a really, really entertaining fight.
Thanks for having me.
How about an entertaining interview? Jesus.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That guy keeps it real.
Yeah, he does.
No kidding.
He doesn't fuck around.
Yeah, I like how Joe Rogan's like, I understand. No, you don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I had to pull my pants down because my balls were hot.
Well, you know, Joe Rogan does train in mixed martial arts, so maybe he does understand.
How come not more people do that?
I don't know. Maybe this dude's got some big balls that just swinging around, heating up.
Oh, my God.
Some friction in there.
Damn.
Yeah, that was great. Raiders' Bruce Irvin is quite the good loser. Paul Gutierrez of ESPN tweeted some possible personal perspective. A lot of P's there. From Raiders DE Bruce Irvin. Quote, "We lost, but I've got a beautiful wife I get to go home to. Boy, I'm going to try and make some babies, man."
Yeah.
Good on you.
She's pretty hot, too.
Is she?
I looked her up. Looks like Mariah Carey a little bit, but like not.
Like back when she was hot?
Yeah.
Before she went crazy Mariah Carey?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, now she looks like crazy cat lady Mariah Carey.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And speaking of the Raiders, they're seeking a first-round pick in exchange for Amari Cooper.
Because that's what they're in the business for, is trading away all their talent.
Yeah, I know they share a stadium, but they don't have to act like the A's.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're like, oh, we got somebody who wants a little bit of money, has a little bit of talent. Let's get rid of him.
I really think Gruden just came back to ruin the Raiders for trading him in the first place. Like, beating him in the Super Bowl was not enough. Like, he really needed to come down and like rip the organization apart.
Wait, did they beat him?
No, I mean when he
beat
the
them.
Raiders,
Oh, okay.
in the
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
Bowl as a Buccaneers.
That was kind of a joke.
After they traded him, yeah.
Yeah,
he's not done, man. Chuck
I
is still
don't think they need to trade for a first-round pick. I think they're well on their way.
Yeah, that is true. Right? They're working real hard.
They need all the first-round picks they can get. Jesus Christ.
That's
Seriously.
true.
Yeah, they're battling it out with the 49ers. He was going to get that first-round pick. Battle the Bay for first round.
Jesus Christ.
Last night, Monday night, the Niners were up for the entire game against the Packers and ended up losing by 3.
Oh, man, they still found a way to lose.
Still found a way. It was like watching that Charger-Niners game all over again.
Oh, terrible.
33-30.
It's just like watching the 49ers game in any week.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers does it again.
I guess so, and Beat Hard once again doesn't. Fucking CJ Beat Hard.
Oh, man.
What else? Oh, a Pats fan during the Pats Kansas City game on Sunday night threw a beer on Tyreek Hill. That guy has since been banned and charged. I would too. He wasted a beer.
Exactly. That's alcohol abuse right
there. That is alcohol abuse.
Yes, it is.
I'm surprised that he didn't get beat up or something in Boston.
Yeah, right. Hey, it's on him if he wants to throw a $20 beer at somebody, I guess.
Yeah, what an idiot.
$20 shit beer.
Yeah.
Probably drinking like a Sam Adams lager.
God. Yeah, that's the top shelf shit right there.
Yeah, that's $22 over there. Jeez. And then finally, I just want to do a quick mention of the fantasy, the old Boozin Tug update. I am currently, I just lost to Dan.
To me.
It's hard. I hate when we have to play each other. I wish the entire season could just be us versus them. That would make
That'd be awesome.
Easier. That would be awesome. But it was close for a while, and then you really pulled away Monday night with the final score of 140 to 114.
Holy shit!
Wow. Yeah, you did some damage on Monday.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, you are.
I think you are too. Yeah,
I am too. I think now I don't have it in front of me.
We all are actually.
Now I think there's a 4-way tie for first.
Wow.
And of course, whoever has the most points is actually the first place leader. But from a record standpoint, there's like 4 or 5 people that are 4-2.
Really?
So this is my second loss. So I'm 4-2 now. I wasn't first up until Dan
ran into the Fear of the Champ.
Fear of the Champ. But good news for our team is Nick, Big Dick Nick, or above average size Dick Nick, finally got his first win this week.
All right.
Against, of course, his wife, which just makes it all that much sweeter. So
I know.
And she also shit the bed, so she got the
really?
score. Yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
That is too bad. But great that he finally got the win there.
Yeah. He was making us all look bad.
By not winning the entire season. So but fuck the booze league.
Oh yeah,
that's the message.
For sure.
Here. Yeah, we're killing them. Beauty and Beer Nicole, who says she'll be on next week, it's her first time ever playing fantasy, and she's 4-2. She's right up there, tied for first.
I saw that team after the draft. I'm like, I do not want to play them.
Yeah, she's killing it.
She kicked my ass.
Team.
Yeah, she's killing it.
Yeah,
so.
I played her this week. So.
Yeah, she beat you and moved herself back.
She beat me too, I think.
Tied for first. Yeah, I don't want to have to play her. No, thank you.
She'll kick your ass. She's brutal.
Yeah, that's like the best auto draft I've seen in quite a while. That was a good auto draft.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So, all right. Before we get to our bullpen beer, we have an email from a listener. Subject is "What's up with the Clippers?" Says I was listening to Batch. batch 116 the other day and was wondering what was up with the Charger Clipper talk.
Oops.
Why does Greg keep calling the Chargers the Clippers? Took me a while to figure out what was happening. At first, I thought he was just an idiot.
Oh.
I mean, he may still be. Anyways, get your shit together.
Uh-oh.
Cheers, Eric in Virginia. God damn, Eric.
Wow.
Tough
Fans
critics.
are brutal, dude.
I know. God, go throw a beer on some Kansas City fan or something. What I thought we explained this, but here in LA forever.
Talk slow, it's Virginia.
Yeah, sorry. Do I need some banjo music to go with this?
I don't know.
Just Virginia. It's not like Kentucky.
Right.
Here in LA forever, the Clippers, when they're on TV, they put it down to their abbreviations. The Lakers are the LAL and Clippers are LAC. And now that stupid Spanos has moved the Chargers up to LA, their initials are, of course, LAC. So whenever I see LAC, I think Clippers.
Right.
Like LA Clippers.
And to kind of further explain it, I would say that Clippers is a derogatory term in saying that you are LA's B team.
Right.
Yeah, so the Chargers are LA's B team.
Wait, what?
Yeah, best.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
Wait. I think LA has an indoor team. Does that make the Chargers the C team?
Oh, damn. It was funny, too, because a couple of weeks ago when the Raiders played them at halftime, like they asked Gruden about it, he goes, hey, you got to tip your hat off to Los Angeles. It's like, everyone's having trouble. It's like
the announcers
still do it.
Everyone does it.
The announcers messed up a few times.
I don't know if it's going to take a while for that to come, because the LA Rams, that was right away.
Well,
LA Rams.
and we're used to saying LA Rams. Like St. Louis was always weird for a couple of years, and then we got used to them to move back. So it wasn't a huge switch, but Chargers, I mean, I guess Chargers were here back in the Stone Age or something.
Like 50 years ago.
Yeah, way before I was around.
Yeah.
So to say LA Chargers is so weird.
Right.
So weird. And I love the fact that the Clippers, no matter how good their record is, still the B team.
Oh, yeah.
Still cheaper tickets than the Lakers, especially now with LeBron there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, God, those tickets are never going to be affordable.
Right.
That's the end of that. So thanks, Eric in Virginia, for calling me an idiot.
Won't be the last time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Keep those emails coming.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm going to get emails for being a dick to people in Virginia or something. Can't wait.
Wow, they can't all figure out email, can they?
I don't know. I got family in Virginia. Never heard from them via email. So all signs point to no.
They still send mail out on their horses.
Yeah, pigeons coming in.
Yep.
Yeah. When's that Pony Express stopping through? So, all right. I think we call the pen and get this booze on a budget going. That would be the wrong song.
Boozin on a budget. We can't buy pockets like you know this. Boozin, budget beer on tap. It's hopeless. We all sober. Beer so fly. Can't buy. You know this. Boozin, hops and malts. Oh my, stay focused. Boozin on a budget.
Yes, we are. I don't know if you guys remember this. This is probably a year ago or so, maybe longer. We had Campanology's Coffee Kolsch. We boozed on a budget with it. TJ's is rocking this stuff. It's usually in a bomber for $3-ish. This is a 6-pack. It's literally $1 beer. It's $6 for a 6-pack. We're drinking the, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but the Campanology Cacophony.
That's the way I see it.
Caco-phony, Cacophony. It's the Caco-phony Pale Ale. It's 5%, and it has a 3.45 on Untapped. And literally the only description I could find about it, because Campanology doesn't have a website, is Mosaic Pale Ale. So there you go. It's a Mosaic Pale Ale.
Nothing written on the can either, huh?
No, there's really just nothing about it. I don't know. You got the can over there. Tell me if I'm wrong. But
I don't see nothing
it's
either.
always hard to find. The most I've been able to find is that they contract brew through another brewery, and so they don't really exist as their own brewery. But they're always making pretty good beer for super cheap. So we're boozing on a budget for $1 beer tonight. It's the Caco-phony Pale Ale. On the nose, it's kind of dank smell. A little bit of pine in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, nice Mosaic Pale Ale.
Yeah. It's a light, sorry I'm making mouth noises there. It's a lighter, slightly hoppy flavor. It's a little thin. I don't know if Dan will approve of the mouthfeel, but it's a little thinner for a pale.
It is.
But the flavor on it is nice and easy to drink.
Right. And talk about a can. I mean, this thing's nice, bright pink.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of shit going on this thing, dude.
It's a fancy looking can.
There's like teeth and chickens and horns and alarm clocks. All
Get
kinds
drunk
of
just
shit.
looking at the can.
Yeah, there's a typewriter typing shit that I can't read, and there's a fucking donkey. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, cans for cans.
Love that can.
Yeah, we'll be posting pictures, of course. Yeah, I've been drinking this all week. Money's a little tight. We went on a trip, and we're going on a trip, so we're broke as fuck right now. And I bought a couple of 6-packs of these, $1 a beer. I've been drinking them for like a week and a half now.
Beautiful.
They're delicious. I'll put these down, no problem, and they're cheap as hell. So
for sure.
Yeah, as long as you got beer money, you're in good shape.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
So if you guys are near Trader Joe's, go pick up a Campanology Cacophony Pale Ale. It's in a pink can. Of course, we'll be posting all the pictures and whatnot on our social medias at the Unfiltered Gentlemen, except Twitter at Unfiltered Gents, where I'm sure we'll get tweets about being mean to Virginia as well. All right, let's hit this correctly this time.
Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news.
It is indeed. Lagunitas has laid off 12% or around 100 people from their workforce. They say it's difficult but necessary step for the future of Lagunitas.
Really?
Big Beer doing a lot of layoffs these days.
No kidding.
As we all know, they're owned by Heine. Interesting.
That is interesting.
They also said they're going to refocus their efforts into the Lagunitas IPA, which I think everyone knows and consumes to some extent. It's kind of like the most popular Lagunitas, and it's their best seller, and they want it to be an even bigger seller. So there's that. What else? Oh, Constellation, Ballast Point owners, and many more. Sales are up 10.5% in quarter 2 of 2018.
Wow.
What's wrong with you people? Do we need to have a chat?
We have not done our part,
I guess not.
We failed.
We should just pack it up now.
Oh, my God.
Good night, everybody.
That is sad.
I know. There is so much better beer out there.
I'm telling you, man. And then when they get that tap room in Disneyland, it's going to be even worse.
Profits are going to be through the roof at that point.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be ridiculous. Founders is being sued for racial discrimination. According to the person who is suing them, they wanted to keep the management white. They wanted their clientele to be white, and he was treated differently in the time when mattered the most, when it affected his job. Excuse me, that was his attorney. When he spoke up about his treatment, it only got worse. So Evans is his name. Tracy Evans is suing Founders for racial discrimination. Not a good time to be, racist and stuff. I mean, it's never a good time. That sounded horrible. Right. Never a good time. But
next week maybe be a better time.
Let me check the calendar. Get your hood out that day. It's such a big company. It's so surprising that would be such a system-wide issue.
Assuming that's true. I mean,
assuming it's true.
He could be bad at his job.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're doing you a favor, buddy. We could fire you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're just going to demote you or whatever. So. We talked a couple weeks ago about the New Jersey new stupid tap room regulations where they can only have like so many events per year. It was so stupid that New Jersey has now delayed it, and they're reevaluating the new law. So good job, New Jersey brewers out there. Good news for us in California, especially those that are in Northern California. Ooh. I guess they would say this is hella cool. Russian River just opened their new brewery in Windsor, California. Whoa. On a 15-acre piece of property there.
Wow.
So they're hoping to get up to, I think it was like 45,000 barrels a year now. And hopefully this helps with the lines. For those of you who have ever been to Russian River, it's a good couple hour on a good day wait to get in the door. Yes, I think I only had to wait an hour and a half because it was like a Wednesday in the middle of the week. Wow. So it wasn't so bad. The good news was like I was outside on the patio drinking while I waited to go in and drink.
Oh, so that's okay then.
It wasn't the worst.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
But it was definitely standing room only and not the best of situations.
Some roasted peanuts and a beer.
Yeah.
While you're waiting.
Not just beer. Oh my God, it was so good I wasn't driving that day. Their flights, anybody who's gone to Russian River knows this, their flights are like a fucking surfboard. It's like they always have like 24 beers on tap. So you just do like around the world and you get all their beers. And so I shared it with the lady friend because it's 24 beers. And it's a little hydrated afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, it was a good time. We enjoyed it. So, and you get all their specialties that they don't always have, like supplication and sanctification. Oh, God. I had so much blind pig that day. Did the taster flight, then like I had a blind pig when I was waiting in line, then went back for more. Oh, love blind pig. So good. And finally, Bill Coors, the grandson of Adolf Coors, who founded the company, died on Saturday.
Oh, no.
Bill is credited with growing Coors from the regional West Coast or Western region brewery that it was to an international company. So he's the one who's at fault for
Attaboy, Bill.
getting that crappy beer everywhere. So good job. Thanks, Bill. Thanks for nothing. That's pretty much it. I think we're done.
You could say that.
You know,
I mean, or you could say like maybe he put the twinkle in the eye of other like breweries. Like,
oh, there you go.
You know,
yeah,
maybe
he helped stimulate beer growth,
maybe
or something.
You know,
actually, a lot of like brewing, not breweries, but like entities and stuff came out and were like, yeah, he was a great guy and meant so much to the beer industry. So who knows?
I'm sure they see it differently, but you're right. I mean, he is spreading crap beer everywhere.
At least he wasn't so cold-hearted that he gave free beer to the Browns when they finally won.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Cold-blooded. So, that's it for today. Thank you all for listening. Thanks for joining in with us. Hope you cracked a beer while we cracked a couple. Join us next week. Nicole from Beauty and Beer says she'll be with us, and I'm looking forward to that.
Right on.
Of course, with all our other shenanigans. In the meantime, theunfilteredgentleman.com is where you can find us. 805-538-BEER, 2337 is where you can call and leave your drunk voicemails, because we don't judge. We're not judging.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hey, you couldn't make it out to Oktoberfest? You got a drunk story you want to share with us? We'll take it. 805-538-BEER. Leave it on our voicemail. That'd be swell. Swell. At The Unfiltered Gentleman across the board on social media, except for Twitter, at Unfiltered Gents. Find us on all the podcast apps, and I think that's everything. So hopefully everyone out there is staying hydrated, even if it's not gold medal winning beers like we're drinking.
Yeah.
So stay hydrated out there. And on that note, good night, everybody.